Hello, cricket enthusiasts. The IPL fever is on, and teams are gearing up to set the stage on fire once again. This season brings a fresh wave of excitement, isn't it? The franchises have made some big changes in the mega auction. While some teams have gone for major overhauls, other teams have strengthened their core with some smart buys. So, over the next few days, I will be taking a look at each team, analyzing their strengths, weaknesses, and what to expect from them this season. So, to kick things off, let's start with Punjab Kings, the team that went into the mega auction with the biggest purse. So, as we all know, Punjab Kings haven't exactly been one of the best performing sides in IPL. After reaching the final in 2014, they have pretty much been inconsistent. Or rather, I should say consistent. Consistently poor. Last year was another forgettable campaign for them. Just 5 wins in 14 matches, finishing ninth in the points table. But for IPL 2025, they have hit the reset button, going all out in the mega auction with a big, massive purse and making significant changes to the team. And the biggest splash? Of course, Shreyas Iyer. Punjab got the IPL 2024 winning captain for 26.75 crores. And Iyer's arrival to Punjab, along with the appointment of Ricky Ponting, definitely signals a fresh direction for the team. And Shreyas Iyer also isn't just about captaincy, isn't it? Along with his leadership qualities, Iyer also is a solid number 4 batter, providing stability, experience, and also a reliable presence under pressure. So, in this aspect, I think Punjab did really good. Now, if we look at their batting, on paper, their batting lineup looks really promising. Apart from Iyer, they have Glenn Maxwell, Marcus Stoinis, Nehal Vadera, Vishnu Vinod, Prabh Simran Singh, Josh Inglis, Shashank Singh. These are players who all have a lot of potential. But the real question is, can they perform consistently? Because this is something Punjab really need. They need their players to perform, to deliver consistently and win their matches. Now, if you ask me, one of Punjab's biggest concerns is their opening pair. Look, a good start is crucial in T20s. We all know that. And I personally feel Punjab lack a well established duo at the top. They'll likely start with Prabh Simran Singh and Josh Inglis. While both of them are talented, no doubt, but both of them also have to be at the top of their game in every match. Because I feel Punjab's overall batting performance will heavily depend on how the openers perform. If the openers struggle, there will be immense pressure on the middle order, especially if the team is chasing a big total. And not just while chasing big totals, even to make a big score, openers have to perform well. So again, Josh Inglis and Prabhsimran Singh, if they open, their performance will be really crucial for Punjab. Now, the next point is the Stoinis Maxwell factor. We all know what both of them are capable of. Both of them are game changing, explosive players. But let's be honest, also unpredictable and inconsistent. In fact, Maxwell's IPL journey is a tale of two extremes, either match winning performances or going through an entire season without proper impact. And also Stoinis. I know he's a pretty good hitter of the ball, but somehow I also feel that ability has regressed over the years. I mean, it's not the same as it was a couple of years back, and we saw that last season as well, right? Apart from that brilliant knock against Chennai, his other performances were mostly underwhelming. So, yes, once again, if Stoinis and Maxwell do not perform, Punjab's batting will be in trouble. Now, let's look at their bowling. So, Punjab have stacked their squad with fast bowlers. Arshdeep Singh, Marco Jansen, Lockie Ferguson, Yash Thakur, Kuldeep Singh, Vijay Kumar, Xavier Bartlett. Once again, on paper, this looks like a solid pace bowling unit. And on their day, they can create massive problem for the opposition. But my question is, does the team really need so many pacers? I mean, too many pacers means some of them will warm the bench in every match. And this brings me to Lockie Ferguson. Now, he can be a valuable asset for any team, but we are also aware of his injury struggles, right? So, his recurring injuries can make his availability uncertain. So, this is another problem that Punjab might need to deal with. Ideally, I think Punjab could have trimmed down on their pacers and invested in another quality spinner instead, because their spin department is where they look the weakest. Now they made a fantastic buy in Yuzvendra Chahal. We all know of his wicket taking prowess, and he's in fact the highest wicket taker in IPL history. But apart from him, I think they lack a quality second spinner. I mean, Harpreet Brar has been with the team for a while now, but he really isn't a game changer, is he? And given the limited options in spin, Maxwell has to perform not just with the bat, but with the ball also. So, more pressure on him. Now, this brings me to another question. Is Punjab relying too much on their foreign players? I mean, of course, their foreign stars will be crucial. But what if they do not perform? Their domestic Indian backups do not have a lot of experience. And so, how well they will perform under pressure situations is not certain. So this also might be another area of concern for Punjab. Now, looking at the overall squad, this is my probable playing 11. So they open with Prabhsimran Singh and Josh Inglis, then Marcus Stoinis, Shreyas Iyer, Glenn Maxwell, Nehal Vadera, Shashank Singh, Marco Jansen, Harpreet Brar, Arshdeep Singh, and Yuzvendra Chahal. To conclude, Punjab Kings have built one of their strongest squads in recent years, but their success will depend on how they address their weaknesses. So the team has to ensure that their pace heavy strategy actually pays off. They select their foreign players wisely and they solve their finishing issues. If they can get these aspects right, we might see Punjab finally coming out of their poor performances streak. If not, this season might again be another instance of what could have been. Anyway, what do you think? Do you think Punjab Kings can turn things around this year? What do you think of their squad and what do you think will be the probable playing 11? Please let me know in the comments. And if you like today's video, please don't forget to give a like. Please don't forget to tune into my channel for the squad analysis of other franchises. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel Offside Opinions yet, please do it today. Thank you.